Hey guys, welcome back. I saw Emily Noel. She did a video on a makeup look using only 5 makeup products, and one of my friends, her channel is Make Life Your Runway, Abby. She also filmed a video based off of Emily's video, and so that inspired me to do the same thing, but I wanted to do a glam makeup look using only 5 makeup products, and I also wanted to challenge myself and try to make this look as affordable as I possibly could. So this complete look cost less than $30. I'm going to be sharing tips today on how you can kind of cut down on products and how to use certain products for more than one use, and which products I would pick if all of my makeup disappeared and I could only use 5 makeup products. You want to find a foundation that you don't necessarily have to set with a powder, because, you know, just using 5 makeup products really makes you have to like cut down on the things that you're using. So my favorite foundations to use without setting them with a powder is this Believe Beauty foundation, or like my Revlon Color Stay. I'm gonna be using the Believe Beauty foundation, and I'm actually gonna be mixing 2 shades for this. So I'm just gonna do a pump of linen and then a pump and a half of soft beige. And then I'm just gonna mix those 2 foundations together on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna be using my Wet n Wild makeup sponge to apply this foundation. So if you guys have been following me on my Instagram stories, I have some really exciting news. I did get my new job, and I am going to be working in the photo department, and I'm going to be like the photo editor. They call the position a digitech. I'm just going to be editing the photos for the website. So I'm super excited about it. I was really shocked because I'm getting quite a big pay increase to go to this job, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I really feel like I can make this more of my career path than where I was at before, just working at Amazon in the fulfillment center. So this is working for a completely different company, and I told you guys that I wasn't going to say the company name, but I'm just so excited to work for this company. I just really like their core values and what they stand for. Thank you guys so much, all of you that congratulated me on getting this new job. I haven't started yet. I won't start until September 3rd. So, and today is the 18th of August, so I've still got like a couple of weeks before I will start. So I start like the day after Labor Day, but I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you guys so much for all of your, like I said, all your congratulations, all of your love and support. Like, it really means so much to me that you guys get excited about things, you know, that I get excited about. It just really means a lot to me, so thanks so much. Now, me personally, I don't like to use my foundation for like my under eye concealer, but that could be something that you could skip if you feel comfortable wearing foundation as your under eye concealer. This has just become a new holy grail product. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Concealer. So that's what I'm going to be using, and these are kind of like the products if like all my makeup disappeared and if I had to only pick 5 products, like these are the 5 products that I would pick to be able to do like a full face of makeup. And like with these products, I mean, today I'm going to be showing you like a full face glam, but you could totally do other looks with these products I'm going to use today and make it like a more lighter eyeshadow look for a more like everyday look. And maybe the look I'm gonna do today, maybe some people would consider this an everyday look for them, but I'm gonna call this, you know, a full-on glam look. So I was just using my dampened Wet n Wild sponge to blend out the concealer. And I find with this Revlon Photo Ready Candid, I don't necessarily have to set this either. And I don't have issues with it settling into my fine lines or anything like that. I've told you guys this before, but this concealer is a medium coverage. It's not full coverage. I love a good just medium coverage concealer, because sometimes full coverage concealers can just almost be too much for my under eye area, if that makes sense. And then I'm just adding a little bit more concealer to areas of my face that I want to kind of lighten slightly. You guys know how much I love eyeshadow primer. Like, I never skip eyeshadow primer, but since I have to cut down on products and if I only had 5 to use, I'm just gonna be using this concealer as my eyeshadow primer today as well. So I used this the other day as an eyeshadow primer just to see how it would work since I knew I was going to be filming this video, and it held my eyeshadow in place all day and I didn't have to worry about creasing or anything. Now if you have super oily lids, I'm not for sure how this would work as a primer, but if you're normal to dry, I feel like most concealers work just fine as an eyeshadow primer. So it's kind of like a little hack, you know, if you want to save on products, to just use, you know, your concealer to prime. This product here is just one of those products that I feel like everyone should have in their collection. This is the e.l.f. contour palette. Now, I did switch out this shade here for a blush. I'm not going to be using this blush today because I feel like that would be cheating. So this color right here that I have in this palette is the one that normally comes in the contour palette. So you could use that as a setting powder if you want to, because I know sometimes I would use that to kind of set my under eye concealer. I'm going to first go in with just a little bit of this darkest brown to kind of contour, and I'm just going to lightly blend that out here. And I might actually use this little brush today. This is the blush brush or powder brush from the Pac-Man collection from Wet n Wild. And this brush works really well as like a bronzing slash contouring type brush. So I'm just gonna kind of blend that shade out. And that really dark brown, or the contour shade in this palette, is very pigmented, so you need like the smallest amount of that on your brush. Or if you use too much, it's just gonna put too much of the product down. So I do feel like that color in the palette, somebody with like a medium to darker skin tone could definitely use, just because it is a good like buildable shade. Then I'm just gonna get a little bit more, kind of blend this up around my hairline. Then I'm going to use some of the shade right here as my bronzer, and I'm also going to take this up on the apples of my cheeks like I would a blush, since I'm going to be skipping blush today, since this palette normally does not have a blush in it and I don't want to like cheat because I feel like that would be unfair. And that's another thing about this palette that I like. It's really affordable. For this palette, it's $8. It's awesome to learn that you don't have to spend a ton of money on your makeup to have good makeup. I'm just gonna take some more of that up around my hairline to bronze. But yeah, this bronzer is so good because it doesn't get patchy. It lasts all day long. It has really great buildable pigmentation. And like I said, it just works so well as eyeshadow. I'm gonna get some more of that on this brush. This is the Morphe M530. And I'm just gonna blend down the sides of my nose to kind of contour a little bit, bronze up my nose. And I'm gonna take a little bit more of the lighter bronze shade and bronze my neck up. So as you can see, that just really gives your face a lot of dimension using the 2 different bronze shades in this palette. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using the highlight in this palette. I actually really enjoy this color. It's a good buildable highlight. It's a little bit more of a natural highlight. It's not super intense. And it's a little bit more on the golden side. I'm just going to use my Real Techniques contour brush to blend this highlight out, but I just slowly build it up to the intensity that I want. But that's kind of the key to just using not as many products, is to find a palette that has like bronzer, blush, maybe even eyeshadow. Like I know that there's palettes out there that are like that. Like I think Tarte makes some palettes that are like that. And that's really gonna help like cut down on your cost of things, because you're not gonna have as many like products. And I feel like this is also a good little tutorial if you were traveling and you didn't want to take a lot of things. So I'm just going back with the lighter bronzer, and I'm just going to kind of blend the highlight into the bronze. And I think I might actually go in with the flesh tone color that would normally be in that palette. And I'm gonna actually use a little bit of this to set my face, because I want this area right in here to be slightly a little more matte. So just get a little bit of that on there. And I'm just gonna press that in areas, like I said, where I want my face to be a little bit more set, a little bit more matte. Another thing that you kind of have to skip on if you want to save on the amount of products that you're using is brows. And luckily for me, I don't really have to worry about filling in my brows because I have my eyebrows microbladed. But that might be something if, you know, your brows are the type that need to be filled in, you know. I feel like that's where it would be hard for a lot of people to just use 5 makeup products, because if you don't have like something for it to fill in your brows, then that's going to be a little difficult. So that's why I was saying that maybe a palette that has some eyeshadows in there, maybe that would have an eyeshadow that you could use on your brows, that would be the way to go. Like this e.l.f. palette, I wouldn't be able to use any of these shades in here on my brows. I'm going to zoom you guys in for the eyeshadow portion, and then we'll come back and do the lips at the end. First, I'm going to use this shade, and I'm just going to blend that in the crease with my Morphe M573. And like I was saying with this palette, you could do, you know, a more natural look, or you could do something more glam. So if you were going for natural, you could just throw this in your crease, put like the highlight shade on your lid or that other matte flesh tone color, and just have, you know, a simple eye look like that. But we're definitely going to be taking it up a couple of notches today. So just kind of go back and forth like this, and then just use little circular motions, and then also just blend a little bit in the outer V. And then I'm just going back and building that up a little bit. That's kind of the key when it comes to glam, like the glam look with this palette, is that you have to build the colors up to get the look that you want. For the outer V, I'm using this darker brown, the more contour shade. Make sure you tap your brush off because it can have some fallout. And I'm blending that in my outer V with my Morphe M506. So with this shade, you want to slowly build it up so you don't have to worry about fallout. And it's going to give it a little bit more dimension if you do that, if you slowly build the color up. So I'm just working it like on the last kind of third of my eyelid and taking it up in the outer V. So I've went in like 3 times to slowly build up the intensity of this shadow. And I'm just going to take it over a little bit more. Then I'm just grabbing my Sigma Pencil E30. I got some more of that contour shade on the brush, and I'm going to smudge that on my lower lash line, also connecting it to the outer V. I'm going to go back with some more of the lighter bronze, and I'm just going to blend the edges of the darker shadow, or darker color. It's not really shadow, the darker bronzer. Just to make sure it's blended. Then for the lid and inner corner, and probably I'm gonna use this as my brow bone highlight as well. I'm just gonna grab the highlight shade. And I'm applying this with my e.l.f. eye defining brush. But I just start in the inner corner and slowly fade that into the other bronzy shades. Now, if you wanted that highlight to be more intense, you could use it wet, like using makeup setting spray. But since, you know, I'm using just 5 products, I'm not using a makeup setting spray today, which I normally always use makeup setting spray, so, but kind of got that highlight over a little too far. Grab a little bit more of this lighter bronze. And I'm gonna kind of blend that in between the dark bronzy color and the highlight. And then I'm gonna get some more of that highlight and use it as my brow bone highlight. Another product that I cannot go without is mascara. And you guys know that this is my holy grail mascara, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. If all of my makeup disappeared, this is the mascara that I would first go out and pick up. And it's the mascara that I feel like if I could only use one mascara for the rest of my life, that would be the mascara that I would use. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes up, and I'm just using my Tarte eyelash curler. Now, if your eyelashes weren't really long, to do like a full glam look, you might have to use false lashes. But I use like the Grande Lash MD, which is a lash growth serum. So that allows me to not have to use false lashes and still get like a glam look. So I'm just going to apply a ton of mascara, and then we'll come back and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be using on my lips today to complete this look. Okay, so I thought about what lipstick I was going to use for this look, but I decided on this Wet n Wild Mega Lash lipstick in Mochalicious. This is one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, and it's probably my favorite fall lipstick. So since these Wet n Wild Mega Lash are super affordable, it's like $2 and some change, but yet it feels nice on the lips. Even though it is a matte, it's not super drying. It does last for a long time, and I just think that this color would be flattering on so many different skin tones. Now, normally, if I was gonna wear this, I would pair it with this Rimmel lip liner in Epic, but since we're just doing 5 products, I can't use a lip liner. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do if I'm not using a lip liner to make sure that the lip line looks good and precise. So I just grab like a brush, and I like to either use the Real Techniques Detailer brush or the Real Techniques lip brush, or hold on, this is the fine liner brush. So either one of those. I'm just gonna get some of this lipstick on the brush. And I know this is a little like more time consuming than if you were to use a lip liner, but if you're trying to cut down on products or save some money, okay. And then I'm just gonna go in with the lipstick, and then if I need to go back and clean any areas up, I will. So that is this makeup look completed. So you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you feel like I did challenge myself, and if you feel like this is a full glam look. Like I said, maybe for some they feel like this is more of an everyday look for them, but I feel like if anytime you use a darker lip, it automatically glams up the look. And also if you use like a darker color in the outer V, it also helps to make it look more glam. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video today, I had a lot of fun like really thinking about what to use to come up with this makeup look. Give this video a thumbs up. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe and make sure you click the bell to turn on your notifications. I know YouTube has been a little iffy lately about letting people know when I've posted videos, so definitely make sure your notifications are on, and I will see you guys in my next video. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.